Are you on the hunt for affordable makeup, but it's important to you that the formulas are clean, vegan, and cruelty-free? That is very, very hard to find, but affordable too. Well, today I want to talk to you about Well People. My whole face today is Well People. Find out about their formulations, and you might be surprised by some of the items that I chose are items I would never ever choose for myself, but I am so impressed with a couple of these formulas. So stay tuned, find out why. An entire face with Well People. I'm excited. I'm so thankful that I got to try their whole line finally, and I can't wait to show it off to you because it's impressive. Stay right here. Okay, before we get started, I have to show you my Teddy Blake handbag, okay? Because you're not gonna, look at the size of this box, okay? I didn't wanna unbox it quite yet because I wanted you to be able to see the luxurious experience. So if you are looking for a beautiful handbag for yourself, and I mean beautiful, but you don't wanna pay those top designer prices, like Louis Vuitton starts at $2,000, starts. Chanel, I was looking at Chanel a few months ago. I mean, they start at like 3,000. And if you scratch them, God forbid, because you just spent a fortune. But this is so beautiful. So the box opens from the front, and inside it's a whole experience, okay? So here is the beautiful dust bag. And even the dust bag is very felted. It does not feel cheap. And I cannot tell you this, how much I love this. Look at the handbag that I chose. Look at this. Let me get the tag out of the way. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? It is so gorgeous. I just can't even get over it. And it is a beautiful pebbled real leather. I chose light gray. It's got their beautiful their stamp right here in gold. And this one is called the Kate Stampatto 12. I mean, is this gorgeous? Look at this. I just died when it came. I died. I could not believe the quality. And I didn't want to take anything out of the inside yet because I wanted you to be able to see it. But the inside of the bag is all real suede. It's incredible. It's got these flaps to protect the insides. It's got a pocket here, and then on this side, another pocket. It's exceptional quality. I'm blown away by it. And then it comes with this beautiful strap, so you can wear it as a strap or carry it very, like Jane Birkin style and carry it like this. Okay, so let me tell you about Teddy Blake real quick because I'm not going to be able to remember all the details, but I want you to hear. Every bag is made in Italy, and they work with pitch designers from luxury brands, and they work with the top Italian, is it paletteries? How do you say that? You know what I'm saying. These are dyed and treated to withstand the test of time, but they remain this luxurious look. You're not going to believe the price of these. Like a lot of these handbags were $400 to $600. I mean, how elegant. How elegant is this? I can't get over the quality. I was blown away. So they sent me an email and I was like, is this for real? And they said, here's the website, pick out a design. They just wanted me to mention it in the beginning of a YouTube. And I said, oh my gosh, of course I would, because if I love it, I'm gonna talk about it if I love it. And so she was thrilled. I picked out a couple designs, some were out. But here's one cool thing about Teddy Blake. When you get a style that you really love and they're out, it doesn't matter because the next month, they have all new styles. Like every month they come out with new styles. So they're constantly coming out with new styles, and they come in all different textures, all different colors. I just thought this light gray was just so elegant, and I don't see light gray leather. And in person, it's even a warmer light gray than it looks here on camera. it's a warm light gray, so it doesn't look like a light blue. You know how some grays can almost look like light blue. This is a true light gray. I absolutely love it. The attention to detail, the construction. This easily feels like a $2,000 to $3,000 bag, and this particular bag was, I think, about $500. So if you are wanting to gift yourself a beautiful designer handbag for less, or you want to give a beautiful gift to someone this holiday season, look at Teddy Blake. I will put their link in the description. Just click on my title today. A description box will drop down. You have to go check out Teddy Blake. Even if you can't afford a Teddy Blake right now, go check out their website, get on their email list, because every single month they come out with new styles, and these are made in Italy by Italian top designers with top quality Italian leather. I'm blown away. I love it so much. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Spieler. I'm an over 25-year pro. For those who are new here, I used to work in Hollywood. I still work in production, but I now live on the East Coast. And I'm also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, a series of over 20 videos on mature technique using all different types of makeup, skincare, all different budgets. Yeah, so check that out. The link is always in my video. I am so excited about today because I know that times are tight, and even for people who can afford luxury products, everyone is looking to shave money where they can. And my drugstore series has been wildly successful. Please check it out. I only like drugstore that looks and feels like luxury. So, you might ask me about, what about CoverGirl, or what about this? That doesn't feel like luxury to me. So I'm going to use products from the drugstore that feel like luxury products, but for less of a price. Today I have a brand I've been wanting to try for a really long time. They were so generous. They sent me everything over the summer, I think, and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's Well People. I've seen them at Target. I will try to see what other locations they're at, but I know for a fact they're at Target, or you can just shop wellpeople.com. I know they're sold at Sephora. Oh wait, no, that might be another brand. I thought they were sold at Sephora in Europe, but I don't believe so. Anyway, Well People is clean beauty. So if you are here because you love when I talk about clean beauty, Well People is clean beauty. It is vegan, all plant-based, and cruelty-free. So you can feel good about that. Their prices are not as cheap as like e.l.f. or Maybelline, but they're still considered drugstore prices because everything is under $20, $30, okay? So we're gonna do a full face today, including some of the skincare that they sent me. So they sent Fresh Dew. This is a gel cream moisturizer, and we're gonna try it. Did I put on a serum today? Oh yeah, I think I did. I put on my True Botanicals Chibula. I usually come to these videos extremely hydrated, but I really wanted to try this. And I think, as you know, well-prepped, freshly moisturized face is gonna always make a more beautiful application. Okay, so this is a gel cream moisturizer. It feels very hydrating. It's called Fresh Dew. And what can they tell us about it? This is gonna be fun today because this is all new to me. It's just daily skin quenching moisture, ultra lightweight gel cream, plant powered ingredients, improves your texture and tone, and supports your skin barrier. So sounds great. Plant-based, really nice moisturizer. And that is a really nice texture. My oily skin women are gonna love this, but so are my drier skin. Now this is their eye cream, the Revitalizing Dew Snow Mushroom Eye Gel Cream. And this has, let's see, Minimizes appearance of fine line and wrinkle, gives a glow. Okay. Let's try it. I'm gonna do about that much. And then of course we're gonna have to take off the glasses. We're gonna be doing this a lot today because the whole line is new to me and I wanna read about it. I'm gonna do a very natural look today. Okay? Very, very nice. Now my next step would be SPF, but because today is, it's a really great day. You know what time it is. It's a really great day today, and we have the hurricane coming from Florida right now. So it's gonna hit us hard tonight as far as a storm, just a lot of rain. So because it's already midday, because it's gray out, because I'm not going anywhere today, I'm staying put, I'm going to break my rule that I always tell you guys not to do. Oh, here's a primer. Let's do a primer real quick. This is their Brightness primer, priming serum. So we're gonna put primer on because when they suggest a primer, who am I to say that I don't need a primer? It's skin tone. I like it. Nothing has a fragrance. So many of you will like that. Okay. And what do I always say about primers? You have to give it a couple minutes. You have to. It has to have a couple minutes to set. Okay. That is glowy and gorgeous. Oh my gosh, what can they tell us while we're waiting this minute or two? It's illuminating bio. It's a hybrid product of priming serum and skincare. Gives you a healthy glow infused with botanicals. It hydrates and gives a healthy radiance. I'll say, wow. Look at that glow. Isn't that pretty? And if you look at it close up, it looks like skin. It doesn't look like I have like a disco-y, sparkly frost on. Oh my gosh, that is... See why I love to try this first on camera? Because then you're seeing my real response. Now, do I get a little bit more excited about makeup than the average woman? Yes, I do. But be glad, that's why I'm here, because I am so excited about makeup. Okay, as you probably noticed, I have a new background. I'm moving my studio upstairs. We're just waiting for a house painter to come, and then this whole front room is going to a private bedroom where it's going to become my new studio. And this room I'm in now can actually be a real living room where we could have a couch and chairs and a rug and maybe a bookshelf and actually invite people over and have coffee or, you know, a glass of wine and actually be real social people that we've never done in 10 years living in this home. So I wanted just one uniform look on TikTok, on Instagram, here on YouTube. Gray. That's it. Gray. So there you have it. Okay, so next up is their Biotint SPF 30, and this is why I'm breaking my own rule and I'm not putting on an SPF today, only because I'm not going outside. It's super gray and dark outside and we have a storm coming and it's already midday. I have not been near the windows. We're gonna start with one pump because I don't know what this looks. Ooh, it's thick. It's thick. Okay. I don't know, did it even me out? I might need a little bit more. You can tell because of, you know, sun damage, I have a little color here, but pretty light on my body. I mean, look, I'm pretty light. Okay. It's thick and it's sticky. It's real sticky. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what I feel about it. And I'm going to look in a close-up mirror in a minute, but I have to get this off my hands if I'm going to be touching other products, because this is sticky. But I think because it's sticky, it's probably going to stay on real well. We'll see. I'll let you know. Let me look at this close up. The weirdest thing happens to me in the outside of my face. Can you see? I don't know if you can see all these little flakes. And it usually has to do with SPF. Sometimes I'll put an SPF on and I'll get these weird flakes all over my face, or like crumbs. It almost looks like skin crumbs. It drives me nuts, and it's only sometimes. And I never know, well, is that my skincare? Is that my SPF? Why? Yeah, look, it's something's pilling on me. Huh. Well, I just scrape it off. Because everything else looks really pretty. It just looks like skin. It's one of those skin tints that evens you out a little bit, but not a lot. And this was let me tell you what number this was. This was 3N, so number 3 neutral. And you know, my face looks a little darker than my chest, but here's the thing. If I went lighter, we all know what happens. If you go too light, it's gonna show more texture. It's gonna sit in your pores. You're gonna see little white polka dots. And I'm not seeing any of that. So I think that's gonna work. Okay. Now somewhere I saw foundation. So this is gonna be, and they have a brush, a foundation brush that they sent. So let's see how this all works together. Really nice. This is gonna give us more texture. I'm sorry, not more texture, more coverage. Okay, I'm already liking that so much better than the tint, but you know me. I like a tint under my foundation because that way I wear less foundation and I only have to wear foundation where I need it. And then the tint, I need to get a new desk too. I'm at one of those cheap like Rubbermaid tables that every time I knock it, it shakes. I'm gonna get a really nice table from IKEA, really solid wood. So when I move upstairs, I'll have a much better setup. And I think it'll be more quiet up there. My husband works in the basement. We have a humongous basement. He works down there. That's his office. And my kid, when she's home, she's very quiet because she wears earphones, and showers happen in the morning, so I don't have to worry about anyone showering when I'm up there. And if someone flushes the toilet, I'm not going to hear it up there. Whereas here in this front room, I hear everything. I hear trucks, I hear people blowing leaves. All right, this is pretty gorgeous. Let me see close up. Yeah. Don't you hate it when a hair sticks to your face and you can't get it off? Okay. I don't need a lot of coverage on my forehead, so I don't put a lot on. But that weird, it's crumbling again. And let me tell you, that even happens with You know what it is? I've been using retinaldehyde every night, and it just makes my skin more sloughy. So it's not the makeup. This happens with Chanel. This happens with Saint. This happens with drugstore. I mean, you name the product. If I'm using any type of retinol, tretinoin, retinaldehyde, you just have to be so careful putting your makeup on because it creates sloughing. It drives me nuts. You guys probably don't mind it because no, you know, you're not doing a video of yourself every day. Okay, so I think that looks really beautiful. It's looking a little yellow in the camera, but I'm looking right here in this mirror and it looks like a really nice match. And then I'm looking in a 10-time magnification mirror. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's creamy, but like it's got like it's not slippery, you know, there's like a drag to it, which means it's going to, I think, stay on really well, but we'll see. Time will tell, right? And they sent me 2.5W, which is, you know, anything with warm is going to have more yellow, which is why my face is probably looking more yellow. But again, in person, I'm looking in this mirror right here. I do not look yellow at all. At all. I do look a little deeper than my chest, but we're gonna fix that with some bronzer. So next thing is they have a foundation powder. Now some of you oily people are gonna love foundation powder. And let's try a little bit. They sent me 4 neutral. And I'm gonna take my tiny Sephora brush because typically powder foundation is usually not for me, being drier and mature, but I know some women out there love a little bit of a powder foundation as a finishing. And let's see how this looks. I will tell you this. In the mirror here, oh my gosh, I look like I'm camera ready. Like I look like I'm ready for high def camera. Wow. Do you see how that just made me more even and velvety? Now I want to put it everywhere. Now I want it on my body. Can I put it on my body? Okay, that's impressive. That's their bio powder. It's powder foundation. That was 4 in. Holy moly. That is really, really pretty. Now I did not go around my eyes. It's not showing texture in my textury areas. I still look like I have nice skincare. If you're looking for a powder foundation, I can't help you with the color, but you should check out Well People. And you know what? Always save your receipts, right? We always save our receipts. Oh, you know what I want to do is I want to go in a little bit on my eyelids. Because we are going to do eyeshadow in a minute, okay? Now they sent over a brow pencil. I don't think it's my color, but I'm gonna try a little bit for you just so we can see the formula, because remember how I was saying I do not like drugstore pencils. This is micro thin, so already I love that. That's my favorite. This is medium brown. Can you guys hear Tate in the other room? He's crying like crazy. He wants to be in here with me, but he's just so naughty. I just can't have it today. Yeah, this is too dark for me, but I'm gonna put it on. Now, I don't know what their blonde looks like. You know, that's my biggest problem. I can find great brunette pencils at the drugstore, but they don't do blondes well. And some of you will say, no, do this blonde or this blonde. I really like it. Trust me, I've tried a lot of those blondes. I don't like it. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean that you have bad taste, because you do. It just means I don't like it. People get so offended if I don't like something that they like, but I'm sure there's a lot of things I love that you don't like, so it's just, you know, it's subjective. I do love this Maybelline blonde, but they discontinued this packaging and I can no longer find the blonde in stores. It's never on Amazon, but this is the pencil I really love, the Maybelline Ultra Thin. Okay, I think that's beautiful. I love that. I wonder, did they send a brow gel? What's this? Clear brow gel. Well, people, do you see what I'm saying? They sent me everything. That's why I had to mark this video as sponsored, because of FTC guidelines. Anything that's gifted to me, I have to put sponsored, but they are not paying me to make this video. I am doing this video because I could not wait to put on a whole face of Well People and show you and give you some really affordable options. Okay, I love that. Just a nice clear brow gel, and I love their pencil. I'll be getting that in blonde because I love it. It's dry, but it really grips. You know, sometimes there's not a lot of pigment in drugstore eyebrow pencils, but this really grips and you really see the little hair strokes, okay? Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna do today this beautiful palette they sent me. This one is, what's this one called? This one is called Violet, and then they sent me this one called Taupe. Ooh, maybe I want Taupe. I feel like more of you would like Violet though. I feel like a lot of you out there really like the more, let's see. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's not at all what I thought. So we have a peachy base. We have this little beautiful gold bronze. This is a beautiful shimmery, cool, silvery taupe. That is almost like a plummy taupe. And then this is a dark brown on the cool side. I think this one's gonna be more popular with you guys, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna go in. So see how light that is? That's a really light peach. Actually, I don't even want to call it peach because it's actually, what color is that? It's a lot lighter than I thought. It looks kind of pinky there on camera, but in person, it looks kind of ivory. Looks ivory to me. So I'm gonna go back over it with my powder brush. Okay. Now, they did send me a little blending brush, so let's try it. Their foundation brush was nice, but you know, I'm not always a huge foundation brush person because you saw what happened. I'm gonna do some of this really pretty this is like a sand, I would say, maybe like a sand color. And it's funny, they're real grippy. They're very dry and grippy. I don't know that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a texture I've never ever felt before. But it's pretty. It put on like this, the lightest, like a beige gold shimmer. And I think I'm gonna go in with this cool color here. Oh no, this I like. This goes on lighter. Okay, so if you are a little spazzy with shadows, if you are a little heavy-handed, this is a great palette because it puts it on like a whisper. Do you see that? I like that. I want to go real. Look at that. That goes on so much softer and lighter. I was kind of scared to put this in my outer crease. It's very pretty. I like this brush too. Do you see this brush? I like that. Okay, let's see. Let me look close up. It's kind of violet in person. In fact, I feel like it looks a little more violet in person than it does on camera, which is why the palette's called Violet. I'm like, why is this palette called Violet? But it is. So if you're a silver fox or you like cool colors, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. I'm loving it with the gray background. I wore gray today. You can see, do you see a lot of gray? I do gray blending. Do you see all this gray mixed in? See right there? See that icy blonde? That's my gray. Because my blonde, this is my natural color here. I'm kind of a dark blonde naturally, light brown, dark blonde. And then in the summer, I would warm up to this, like golden. See the red tones and the golden tones? So if you see anything icy in my hair, that is 100% my gray growing in. So this is very pretty. You know, you guys are always asking for cooler looks. You know, I do a lot of warms, I do a lot of bronzes, I do a lot of golds. And you guys will say, can you do cool shadows? So I'm gonna go back in with this kind of gold tone, but I don't want you to think it's like a gold, like my earring gold. This is more of like a sandy beige with the tiniest bit of gold shimmer in it. Okay, I really, really like that. Okay, now they sent an eye pencil in brown, which is perfect. I wanted brown for this look today. Let's see what we think of that. Goes on really nicely. Very pretty. Does not tug at the eye, goes on nice and soft, but not too soft. Does that make sense? It's a really, really nice texture. Gosh, the asymmetry on my eyes is just remarkable. I'm constantly dealing with asymmetry. Let's see if it does waterline. I can't tell. Oh yeah. It does waterline. It draws on really well. I'm looking at this close-up mirror too. I have no fallout. None of that shadow is under my eye. It all stayed where it was supposed to, which is a testament to the formula and the brush. Okay? I like it. Should I go under the eye a little bit? I feel like I have leftover eye makeup from yesterday. Just gonna do the outer corner. I will say this really grips really well. A little eyelash glue from yesterday. This is a nice gripping pencil, so I highly recommend. And it's not one of those really, really long pencils. It's just like a really reasonable size. So I like that. That's brown. Can you see that? It's soft, but it's dark at the same time. Now we're gonna go in with their dark shadow. Because I just like to smoke a little. Okay, I just smoked a little of the dark shadow in my outer corner. We'll go under the eye a little bit too, just to smoke it. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's try their mascara, which you know I hate to do mascara on camera, but I guess here we are. Someone said to me in comments last week that they're like, your shadows aren't blended at all. And I have high standards, and I'm a real stickler about blending. Listen, I'm a 25-year, more than 25-year professional makeup artist, okay? I do makeup on high def camera. I can blend as though someone looks airbrushed. I'm very good at blending. But I asked the person in comments, can you tell me how old you are? Of course, they haven't gotten back to me, because something happens, ladies over 50, you can attest to this. As we get older, all of our elastin, all of our collagen starts to leave our face, leave our body too. No one prepares you for that. And it all starts to leave, and everything gets kind of saggy, puckery, crepey, loose. So, you know, if I was all pulled tight, you know, I still am crepey. I'm pulling tight and I'm still crepey. This eye is even trickier to blend because it sags. And I've got little puckers and little funny lines and crepe. So I'm not gonna look super blended like the young women here on YouTube, or the young women, even women in their 30s, even women in their early 40s. That ship has sailed. I'm never gonna have that tight eyelid skin again. So my blending is not gonna look the same. But the reason women show up here is because they're like, oh, a middle-aged woman with loose skin, and she's just making it work. She's waking up every day and she's making it work, and she's teaching us how to look good close up, because that's my new tagline. I say it over on TikTok. I don't do social media makeup. I do makeup that looks good close up. If you're in my chair, I'm gonna do makeup, even if I'm doing high glam for photos. I'm gonna do beautiful close-up makeup, not just for camera. I want it to be pretty on camera, but I also want it to be pretty close up. And that to me is beautiful skin, a beautifully designed eye, whether it's a lot of makeup or a little bit. This mascara is freaking beautiful. Do you see this? And it's all plant-based. Yeah, I like this. This is, it's called Expressionist, and I really like it. I'll tell you, let me show you the brush. So those little tiny areas at the tip really get way down to the root of the lash. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. I'm pretty sure their mascara is well under $20. I love it. I'm not gonna do lower lashes today just because sometimes that drags my eye down. Okay, what's next? Bronzer. Bronzer, because y'all know I love the bronzer. Where is the bronzer? Here it is, I was looking right at it. This is called Golden Hour. I think MAC Cosmetics makes one called Golden Hour too. Very pretty, very, very pretty. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. You know what I like to do. Top of the forehead, because I have a 5 head. I like it on the nose. Sorry, the table's shaking. I'm getting a new table, I promise. I can't get a house painter over here. They're like, we might not be able to come until January, February. And then I have another house painter that says, we can come on a rainy day. Well, we've had 3 weeks of rainy days, and what is it about house painters? They don't like to commit. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna start going in on the neck, because look at my face and my body. Now remember, ladies, when we put some bronzer on our neck or contour on our jawline or under our chin here, it is so important to wash that off really well every night, you know, and then use a nice night cream or bring your skincare down into your neck and décolleté. I will admit wholeheartedly, I have neglected my décolleté my entire life. There is so much sun damage on my décolleté and my neck. Okay, so see, now I brought a little color down here, and now my face is starting to make more sense. This is a beautiful bronzer. Let's look at it close up. Yeah, it looks like skin. It doesn't sit on top of the skin. It looks like it just blended and melted right into my skin. So if you do not like cream bronzer, well, people, this is Golden Hour, and I like it because it's not yellowy. That's not yellowy, but it's also not red. It's beautiful. It almost has a little bit of a rose tone. It's warm, but it's like a warm brown bronze with a little tiny rose tone. So I would call this a very balanced bronzer. And it feels like it might have mineral in it because that's why it became skin-like, but it has that glow. Very, very well done. Very well done. Okay. I don't see concealer. I don't see concealer, so I'm thinking they probably use their foundation stick as concealer. And that's fine, we can do that. We 100% can do that. So let me see. Do I have concealer anywhere? Do you guys have Real Technique brushes? They're very affordable brushes. They're made by 2 makeup artists. You can buy them at Ulta or Walgreens. And I'll tell you what I like about these brushes is they make interesting shapes that makeup artists like and use for the average woman. And they're really affordable. Now, they might not last you years, but if you just need affordable brushes, check out Real Techniques. You can even get them on Amazon. You can buy them in a set. You can buy one at a time. Let's see. Okay. That looks pretty. That has a very nice skin-like texture. Now there's my dents, we know those, but that has a nice skin-like texture. I'm not mad at it. Now we also have this little palette, which is, I think, this looks like a highlighter and a blush and maybe a contour. I don't feel like doing contour today. I'm really loving this beautiful, beautiful bronzer, but I like this color a lot. So oops, and I feel like this color might have a tiny bit of highlighter built in, but not shiny. It's not disco-y shiny. That's pretty. That's really pretty. They also make blush sticks. They make a blush stick in, oh, that's a lip butter. Oh, here's a little blush stick in blood orange, but I don't feel like wearing that color today. But I am gonna put on this pretty little highlighter. You know I am. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Loving that. And then I like a little bit up on my brow bone. A little bit on the inner eye. I like a little bit above the brow. Can even do this. Just kind of rub it in. Now, because I have an apple, I came down the center right here, but if you don't have an apple, you would just put it high on the cheekbone. The creams tend to look more skin-like than powders. And remember, we never go on the Cupid's bow like the young women because it'll make us look like we're having a hot flash, okay? And then let's see, I think, gosh, they have so many pretty, look at all these. They just came out with all these lip colors for fall. But then they've got all of these. It's like, how do you pick? And lip butter is one of my favorite things in the world, but I think I'm gonna go with this really plain basic one. And I'll tell you why, because my eyes are a little more played up with the plums. They did not send a lip liner, I don't think, which is not a problem because they were so generous with everything. So this is the ColourPop BFF. That's my ColourPop. I love my ColourPop. And then let me show you the, oh, these are called Hydrating Balms. So this is the one I'm gonna wear today, but I also wanna show you Coral Reef because they just came out with these for fall. Coral Reef, and you can sheer that out, but some of you who like a balm with color, tell me that is not gorgeous, that Coral Reef. And then they have this lilac color called, what's this one called? I don't know. I don't know this one. Oh, look at that. That is like a beautiful sheer lilac. Wow. And then this one is, yeah, they don't have the names on here. I bet the names are on the packaging it comes in, but this one's pretty too. For those of you that like kind of that sheer, like almost like Clinique Black Honey, like that sheer Merlot. And then that lilac is so pretty. And that Coral Reef is so pretty. I'm not feeling Coral Reef today just because I went so cool on the eyes, but remember, nothing has fragrance, which many of you are going to be happy with. Now, I know that's like super boring for some of you, but I love it. I love that. That is so, so pretty. Okay. I love this. What do we think? I think that's really pretty. I think those eyeshadows are great if you have some silver in your hair and you want cooler shadows. I don't know. I think that looks really well blended. I don't know why people think I'm not good at blending. Actually, it's only one person. No one's ever said that to me. It's just one person. And if she's looking at the Chanel video, I went back when I watched the Chanel video. I'm like, it wasn't super blended. But remember, for fun, in the Chanel video, I used the little sponge applicator. That's why it wasn't blended. I was using a stupid sponge applicator because it just felt nostalgic and fun to me. So don't use a sponge applicator. Okay. Let's take out the Velcro rollers. So many of you have asked for a video on Velcro. And I love these. These are by Kitsch at Ulta. It's a brand called Kitsch. They are ceramic. So do you see how it has like a metallicness to it? They are ceramic. So when my hair, like I might take a round brush and do this section of my hair and make it hot and then immediately roll it into the Velcro roller. But what I really like it for is up here. This is where the real magic happens, up here. Do you see that? And it just gives you that like really like, it just gives you this amazing, look at this volume. Isn't this cute? The layers that Loic, I went to a guy in New York City, Loic, he's very French, he's very gorgeous. He's a straight man, he just got married a couple weeks ago. His wife is stunning, but he's like one of the most gorgeous creatures I've ever laid my eyes on. And because I was in New York City, I booked him in advance and he was able to get me in and he gave me these beautiful layers. But I mean, this is feeling 90s to me. Isn't this fun? But this is why I like Velcro rollers. And I do them every day because you just pop them in at the crown and you can kind of quickly curl the rest of your hair if you want. But I do these every day. I love them. So what do we think? Well, people. Nice job, well, people. I highly recommend. I do. I love it. I highly recommend Well People. Find them at Target, or you can go on wellpeople.com and order online. You already know what I used here and what might appeal to you. Or the next time you're in Target, look at it close up. And then also see the store locator. I can't remember where else they're sold, but I think we'll start seeing them more and more because it's beautiful. Okay, bye for now.